Hello, everybody. This is Double Team Man with another under 15-minute video. It's 2025. It's Friday before the draft next Thursday. This is a Steelers mock draft, 7 rounds. It is what I would do draft. It is based on Aaron Rodgers not signing. It is based off of George Pickens not being traded. I think those are the most likely scenarios. I could be wrong, but that's what I have to go with. Because it is a what I would do draft, it is based on what I think the Steelers' needs are. And I think there are 3 needs for this year's team, and only 3 needs for this team: franchise quarterback, not starting quarterback, not backup quarterback, franchise quarterback, defensive tackle, an immediate impact defensive tackle. And that could be a nose tackle or a defensive tackle. And in the third position that we absolutely need is a second defensive lineman. Again, could be a nose tackle or a defensive tackle. You just can't take 2 nose tackles. You take a nose tackle and a defensive tackle, or 2 defensive tackles, but you can't play just 2. You can't draft just 2 pure noses. It would be a waste of draft capital. You need to get 2 people in the field. We only have one young one that's good, really good, Keanu Benton. We got Cameron Hayward, who was fantastic last year, could be fantastic next year, but he's going to be 36 next year. How many more years does he have left? We need to start getting in a rotational player this year and somebody that might look to replace him year or 2 following. That's what I'm going to do. 7 rounds, fast. Don't forget the Pittsburgh Steelers. And first things first, I'm going to disregard all the trade offers because I think the trade offers can be ridiculous. And they're not really going to serve any purposes for my thing, anyways. So I'm just going to get rid of all these trade offers, not really even going to consider them. Now, for me, it comes down to one player. That player is Derek Harmon. Derek Harmon is the perfect fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If he is here, probably going to take him. One exception. And really, there's only one exception I can think of. If this, I could trade back to the early part of the second round and pick up somebody's first round pick next year, I would do that. Because I think that second first round pick, especially from a team that's not good this year, wasn't good last year, might not be good next year. Probably going to be starting a franchise or a rookie quarterback because they're probably going to come up to get a quarterback and they're going to play that rookie quarterback. They may be drafting high again next year. So that first round pick could be very, very, very valuable. If the Steelers want to try to get a quarterback next year, the best way you can help yourself is to get a first round pick that could potentially be very, very high. So if I could do that, I would do it. Now, you'd have to throw in some extras. I'm thinking you'd have to throw in a second or a third round pick. I try to get away with a third round pick in next year's draft. Because if you do it with the Giants, their head coach and their GM are both on the hot seat. They get to take draft capital from next year and use it this year. That's good for them. They need draft capital this year. They need to keep their job. So I could see Pittsburgh working it out. Short of that, if Derek Carmen's here, I'm taking him. Period. If he's not there, I'm trading down. Period. Even if I don't get draft value, I'm trading down. And I keep trading down till I get to where there's a spot that I like and a defensive tackle that I like. Whenever I get them to match up, that's when I'm going to be done. Again, I'm not going to look at these trades, but I do want to say something. Here is where I would really love to trade down. And I don't really care what I pick up. I don't care if it's a 7th round pick, a 6th round pick, whatever. I'll pick up anything just about. As long as it's a pick. I don't moving up is nice, but I want a pick. And I want to stay in the 3rd round. But I would be willing to trade down in the 3rd round if I could pick up a pick, even if it's a 7th round pick. I would love to do it. In this case, I'm going to say I couldn't. Right? So now we're in the 3rd round. Our next pick is 123. I want a defensive lineman, and there are some good ones here. I also want a quarterback. And there is a guy here that I like a lot. If there's a guy here that you like a lot, you should probably take him. And the reason is simple. He won't be there when you pick again at 123. I'm betting when I get to the defensive line, when I go to 123, there will be a good defensive lineman available. But there won't be my quarterback because whoever I like, I'm betting somebody else likes. So they're not going to make it to the 21st pick in the fourth round. The fourth round is where quarterbacks are going to go. You're going to take a swing on somebody, you do it in the fourth round because the payoff is big. Even if you get a good backup, that's good for a fourth round pick. You're saving yourself a lot of money. Third round pick, it's not good. Fourth round, it's good. So you take swings in. My guy's Tom McCord. Looks like he would last, and in this system, he would every time. But in real life, in a real draft, he's not making it to pick 123. I'm taking him now. Obviously, that leaves me with one more need. I'd love to go back to defensive tackle. I'm not going to reach for anybody. Again, I'm going to skip all these trades. I'm not reaching for anybody. That's not what I want to do. But at 123, there are going to be players that are going to be worthy of this pick. CJ West, Jordan Phillips, Caldwell. I like Caldwell. I'm going to take Caldwell. You want to take the best one on your board, or whatever it is, that's fine. He's a really good defensive lineman. I like Caldwell a lot. Not just a little bit. I like him a lot. I think in a normal draft, he would be rated much higher than this. Much higher. But he's not. It's really deep draft and defensive tackle. So they all get pushed down a little bit. I'm going to take Caldwell. All my needs are met now. So I'm not. There are things I want to get. Obviously, I'd love to get an offensive lineman at this point. Uh, but I think it's better and more important, I think, maybe to more or less try to get the best player available. Now, Jordan Phillips actually made it to you, the 156. That's amazing. He made it this far. You can't take him. Yeah, Steelers play the 3-4 defense. They only keep like what 5, maybe 6 defensive linemen total. Uh, you can't have 3 rookies. I mean, I wouldn't be totally against it, but I wouldn't do it. Next comes running back. I'm skipping running back because I believe I can get a running back close to as good as this as what I can later on. I don't think the drop off is that much between this and the next round. Between where I'm drafting now, 156 and 185, I don't think there's much of a drop off. So I don't want to take a running back. Although in this situation, I probably would. I'm going to take, like I said, I can't take a defensive tackle. I don't want to take a running back. I don't want to take a quarterback. I'd consider it myself. I really thought hard about it, but I just first of all, I don't think he's going to be here. I don't think he's going to be here at 156, and I'm not even really going to consider him. You never know that they could fall down this far. I'm going to take cornerback because that's the position I want to take. And I know I really want to lean towards best player available, and I usually do like to go best player available. But holy cow, these guys just don't make it easy, do they? I already got my cornerback, so this is not working out good. Huh. This is really not working out that good. All these defensive tackles. My goodness, too. Wow. Pretty tough not to get one. Like my wide receiver at this point. This one isn't really working out too good, and I'm probably going to have to record this again just because of this situation. Didn't really want that situation to happen. I don't mind going down 2 or 3, but going down 5 or 6 is not something you're going to want to, not something I would recommend. So what do I got here? I got my defensive lineman, number 1 guy on my board. I am super happy with my first pick. I think I got a steal with Derek Harmon. Really do. Just think the world of him. Tom McCord. I think he's an excellent backup. I think he's definitely going to be an excellent backup. He has all the tools. He's a gunslinger. His problem is he turns the ball over. So he's a 50-50 kind of a player. Sometimes he'll be great. Sometimes he'll be horrible. I can live with that as a backup quarterback. But what you want is you want him to win some games and not just fall apart. And he won't do that. He'll win you some games. Now, I think he has a chance of being great because I think he does have all the tools. And I think if he can fix his turnover issue, because that's his only issue, if he can fix that issue, he can become great. That's why I wanted him in the third round. I know he'll be a good backup quarterback, and I think he has a chance of being a great quarterback. Am I betting he's going to be a great quarterback? No. If I thought that, I'd have taken him in the first round. It is a risk. It's a chance. His chances of being a great quarterback are not good. It's way less than 50%. But there's a chance. And if he is great, the payoff is enormous. I'm back and I take my defensive lineman, which, going by the rest of the draft, maybe I could have lasted, but I like Caldwell. There was a couple of other guys I like too. But maybe they're not there. Do I want to take a chance? No. I really need that second defensive lineman. There's a capable player worthy of that pick. I'm going to take him. And now I just started hitting best player available at a position that I want. Didn't really work out too much for me. I didn't want to take running back. If I had to do it over again, I probably would. But I wanted to make a point here. There are a lot of running backs in this draft. If they go the whole draft without drafting a running back, I'm okay with that. Because if they don't draft a running back, they'll be the number one team running backs are looking for. All those college free agent running backs, and there's going to be a lot of them that are good. They're all going to want to come to Pittsburgh because they didn't draft a running back. If you draft a running back, you're bottom of the list for that pool. Hey, I'm not going to, if I'm I want to go somewhere that didn't draft a running back. I want to go somewhere where I can compete. Pittsburgh would be a place where they can compete. So you're going to get the top college free agent running back, maybe the top two. That's better than spending a draft pick on one, isn't it? I'd rather have a cornerback that I can't get in the free agent market, or a wide receiver that I can't get, or an offensive tackle that I can't get, or a linebacker that I can't get. I can get a running back. I can't get any of those other positions. I don't want a running back this year anyway. Running backs are like the icing on the cake. They're the final piece. That's why it didn't work for the Giants and it did for Philadelphia. Philadelphia had a good team. They added a great running back, and both it works. The Giants, they were a horrible team, and they added a great running back, and they won a few games, but nothing that really meant anything. So, yeah, this is my video. This is what I have. See what they do. I'll probably come up with a new video tomorrow. Till then, goodbye.